episode 20180831.1.
I would personally like to apologize for anything Tara may say in this recording. The sedatives we gave her have worn off and she found the red cordial, so be prepared for everything and anything.
Parties coming to you live. Parties coming to you live. Patient X95 to Atomic. The big one.
Just when you thought children's education was safe. Just when you thought children's television was safe. Just when you thought it was safe to let your children go to the mall alone. You thought it was safe to let your children go on school camps. Your worst nightmare has come true. It's worse than stranger danger. It's Attack of the Killer Christians. Coming to a playground near you.
The Australian Catholic Church has rejected the advice of its own Truth, Justice and Healing Council and refused to support lifting the veil of secrecy preventing priests from reporting child sex allegations heard in the confessional to police. Australian Catholic Bishops' Conference President Archbishop Mark Coleridge strongly defended the Church's rejection of a Child Abuse Royal Commission recommendation that the seal of the confessional be breached, during a media conference on Friday after releasing the Church's response to the Royal Commission. Amending church law and requiring priests to report allegations heard during confession would undermine religious freedom, and that's why we think it's bad public policy, Archbishop Coleridge said. But in a separate report released on Friday, the Truth, Justice and Healing Council, which represented Australia's bishops and 150 religious orders during the 5 years of the Royal Commission, said the Australian mandatory reporting laws should not exempt priests from reporting child sex allegations disclosed during a religious confession. Greens Senator Rachel Seward and NSW Greens MP David Shoebridge said the Church's refusal to breach the seal of confessional meant it was essential that all Australian governments immediately legislate to break the culture of secrecy in the Church once and for all and put children before religion.
Well, once again we have Christians putting themselves above the law and they're quoting religious freedom, which is pretty much what they quote when they're bashing up everyone, including the LGBT community. So isn't it amazing that they're quoting religious freedom again? Who else in society gets to basically make up their own rules and then try and override our government, which they've actually done successfully? Only the Christian cult. No one else. Now for some creepy Christian music.
RESPECT, respect authority, OBEY, obey authority, come on, respect authority, come on, obey authority, come on, authorities are here to help you do what they say, and everything will be okay. Respect authority, obey authority, respect authority, obey authority, come on.
I am lost for words after hearing that, but I wonder what else is out there.
Guys, welcome in. Excited to have you. We're going to get right to the point. We've seen you guys on YouTube. We want to sign you to a Christian music record deal.
We're going to get you guys circulating on Christian radio. How's that sound, huh?
Yeah, first of all, let me just say I love the diversity.
Yes.
Love what you guys are doing here. It's really going to connect, resonate with our audience. Listen, if you want Christian music radio airplay, we know the formula. It's real simple. Dirt roads, trucks, multiple uses of the word girl.
Well, that's next page.
Oh, shoot, that's country music. Christian music song formula. 3 chords, simple rhymes, vague struggles, boom, hit song. You ever been flipping through the dial and you come across a song and you're like, that just sounds Christian. Christian chord charts, even easier. A, D, G.
It's the holy trinity of Christian music.
Lyric writing is even easier, you guys.
Oh yeah, you always got to start with a vague struggle, all right? A hard time.
Geographical references.
Yes.
Storm, valley, desert.
You got to throw in some vague Christian terms and just connect them randomly. Make it really predictable. Watch this. Seek his face, mercy,
Grace.
feel his love, bless from
Above.
We could sell that to Casting Crowns or Sanctus Real right now.
We were thinking about writing more honest lyrics, stuff from the heart.
We never go on dates. You get home from work too late. You know, that's what my wife say. That's what my wife say.
And we keep whining, can't stop, won't stop crying. I don't know if this marriage is gonna last because all we do is fight. But God offers us some help. Gives us a brand new self. Put your own life on the shelf. Need to put it off. We've been this way too long. On a marriage like a love song. Get rid of all this wrong. Need to put it off. Always ignoring me. He never treats me sweet. Can't stand his stinky feet. Hey, you. They smell like rotten meat.
She always has to nag. Makes me carry her handbag. Her cooking makes me gag. My marriage is a drag.
But we start praying and stop misbehaving. It's like we got the spirit, a new attitude taking over in our mind. 'Cause God offers us some help. Gives us a brand new self. Put your own life on the shelf. Need to put it off. We've been this way too long. On a marriage like a love song. Get rid of all this wrong. Need to put it off. I put it off. My old self. I put it off. I put it off. My old self. I put it off. Hey, just think while you've been bickering and arguing, trying to do things the way you used to do them back in the world, you'll now hear God's plan. At this, we treat. My husband is my lover and my friend, all because of God, and I am gonna love him.
To my wifey over there, gonna take better care. Gonna be a better man. Gonna love.
Whoa, God offers us some help. Gives us a brand new self. Put your own life on the shelf. Need to put it off. We've been this way too long. Was a marriage like a love song. Get rid of all this wrong. Need to put it off. Put it off. My old self. I put it off. I put it off. My old self. I put it off. My old self. I put it off.
Lyle Shelton at Lyle Shelton 13 hours ago. More suddenly, the mainstream media are defending the Catholic Church against allegations of covering up child sexual abuse. Incredible. It's worth reading Vigana's 11-page testimony. The revelations and allegations are concerning. The Vatican should respond.
Tara vomited after listening to that Christian indoctrination music. Seriously, liar Lyle, all we heard on the news was Christian priests have accepted all the recommendations except one. They will never break the seal of confession. We heard a piece from the Herald.com.au which went into more detail.
Ost conservatives verified account at conservatives 11 hours ago. More with communist China's influence on the rise, the Conservative Party strongly supports the US-Australian alliance and commemorates the offences treaty, signed 1 September.
Why does this sound like the Australian Conservatives are just sucking up to Donald Trump, which is standard practice for the extreme right?
Lyle Shelton at Lyle Shelton 11 hours ago. More if only we had this much compassion for unborn babies. At Jackie Etrad.
Does everything have to be compared to the abortion debate? Liar Lyle, why don't you have as much compassion for the LGBTIQ community? Especially the transgender community that you constantly incite violence against. Why do you care more about unborn babies than my right to safety? Liar Lyle, it is because you are not a true Christian. When I speak with religious people, they disown you. Lyle, when are you going to get the message?
Lyle Shelton at Lyle Shelton 10 hours ago. More it's been a year since we launched this ad. It took less than a year for Qld Education Minister at Grace Qd to say that the same-sex marriage vote meant parents had to accept their children being taught the genderbread person material.
Well, liar, the gingerbread person was being used before marriage equality was enacted, and it has nothing to do with marriage equality. It is a teaching aid. As for the education department teaching about giving the LGBT community respect, well, that is something you continuously go on about like a broken record.
Ost conservatives verified account at conservatives 9 hours ago. More mark another one up to the Corey was right files. Disrorts are now coming to light. Ospel a better way. Common sense. Common sense share.
Yes, there are problems in the NDIS, however the Australian Conservatives only care about the rich, so there is nothing good you would ever propose for those in need.
Emily's voice at Emily's voice 18 hours ago. More please join us at Cherish Life Queensland and at Abortion Rethink, and thousands more pro-life supporters on the Walk for Life march this Sat in Brisbane, MTG at Queens GDNS 2 p.m. Wear white. Signs provided.
Wow, a march to keep Queensland women's rights behind those in other states. Queensland was one of the last states to abolish the gay panic laws. It was one of the noisiest states when it come to giving the transgender community marriage equality rights as voted in by the federal parliament. And one again you are going to relate this abortion debate to religious freedoms. What can we say? Anything to keep the Christian conservative extremist in the media.
Ost conservatives verified account at conservatives 7 hours ago. More a common sentiment on Facebook. I've never been a member of a political party in my life and I'm 58, but as of yesterday I joined the Australian Conservatives and proud of it. Something has to be done to stop this country from going to hell in a basket.
Well, once again the older generation are showing us how easily brainwashed they are by the extremist in the media. When did Australians become so gullible that they have lost the ability to use their brains to independently think about the information being presented to them? Just think, the older population groups are constantly attacking the younger generation over education standards. Maybe all Australians need classes in critical thinking.
Lyle Shelton at Lyle Shelton 7 hours ago. More the Greens are the problem.
Let me fix that for you, Lyle. The Greens are the only party that genuinely care about the environment. However, because we are sponsored by large coal mines in the petroleum industry, then we can only use the approved talking points. Oh, and we do not like the Greens because they are lefties and they support the alphabet people, so anyone who supports the alphabet people is automatically evil.
Lyle Shelton at Lyle Shelton 7H 7 hours ago. More now that we have same-sex marriage, we have to accept commercial surrogacy so two blokes can rent a woman's womb and buy a baby. But hey, love is love. Kids don't need their mom.
Commercial surrogacy would be used more by the heterosexual couples. However, if a single gay couple can use the services, then it has to be wrong. You are wrong on so many points, liar. Gay couples can already adopt babies in Australia, and what about heterosexual couples using the facilities? Going by your logic, they would be denied access to at least one of their natural parents. Again, this is just a gay bashing post.
Ost conservatives verified account at conservative 6H 6 hours ago. More the fastest way to build our nation with better drought proofing and water security is to elect conservative party senators, driving the Greens out of the Senate.
So how do you propose to secure our water, liar? Let me give you one policy tip for free. How about deal with industries that our country cannot afford? Why is Australia a major cotton producer when we cannot afford the water it takes to produce that product? Why are we not looking for alternative products to replace cotton that better suited to Australia's climate and resources?
James McPherson at James McPherson 5H 5 hours ago. More James McPherson retweeted Victoria Police. It's hard to take seriously your commitment to bully-free environments when you invoice conservatives who hold lawful, peaceful meetings rather than the Antifa groups who attack them.
Seriously, liar Lyle, the police were supporting Wear It Purple Day. As for the rest of your comments, you may think your meetings are peaceful, however they are only being held to incite hate against the LGBTIQ community. You are complaining about how your freedom of speech is being restricted and how your rights are being restricted by the LGBTIQ community. Everything you are saying, Lyle, is complete lies. You cannot find a real reason to deny rights to the gay community, so you have to make up reasons.
Lyle Shelton at Lyle Shelton 4H 4 hours ago. More the public service is beholden to identify politics. On the watch of a coalition government. Ad hoc conservatives in the Senate will call this out. A better way.
Wow, once again you are complaining about treating the transgender community with respect. Same old manure from Australian conservatives. Can we please have some air freshener to Studio 1?
James McPherson at James McPherson 5H 5 hours ago. More James McPherson retweeted Xerodio. The scientists at Xero News believe that wearing a dress turns a man into a woman. Asking for a friend.
Seriously, you're asking for a friend, James? What a liar. You are just opposed to the transgender community, and in the tweet you do not have the balls to say so. What a loser.
Ost conservatives verified account at conservatives 3H 3 hours ago. More the Conservative Party succeeded in passing a Senate motion drawing attention to the Chinese Communist government's detention camps, which has an effect on relatives here in Australia.
Seriously, Chinese detention camps are not new, and why did you not do this while you were still a member of the Liberal Party, Corey? After all, we are told any member of the Liberal Party can voice a concern to have it discussed. That is how the Liberal Party war on safe schools got started.
Sky News Australia verified account at Skinnersost 3H 3 hours ago. More to accuse at Scott Morrison of pandering to bigots by wearing the Australian flag is utterly unhinged, but that's what happens when you see the world through a filter of racial, religious and gender politics and presume every decision is due to entrenched bigotry.
Yes, the Australian Conservatives playing the violin again, and I would like to thank Pixie Jenkins for providing the violin track.
Aust Conservatives verified account at Conservatives 2 hours ago. More conservatives celebrate dads, grandpas and fathers on Father's Day.
This sounds like another reason to bash the LGBTIQ community.
Remember, you better tune in next week to the show, because if you don't, I'll come round to your house and I'll rip your bloody arms off.
No, typically they aren't making up their gender identity. But just because someone identifies as Gender Friday, doesn't mean that is their gender. That's simply their gender identity. There is a difference between gender and gender identity. The science is that male/female is about the reproductive pairing. Yes, I am aware of this relatively new concept that gender is something different, but that argument is full of holes and contradictions. Chromosomes don't determine gender. Male/female is about the reproductive system. This isn't just about same-sex couples. It's about any couple taking a child from its mother. I didn't say anything about rights. I was talking about the cruelty of taking a child from the mother it has bonded with, and treating it like a pet for someone to take and play families with. We treat humans worse than we treat dogs. Yes, gay people refer to heterosexuals as breeders. I was merely putting it into the same context. Sounds shocking, doesn't it? Glad you agree. I am aware that a typical male has XY chromosome, etc., but this isn't always the case. A male can have some other combination, and still be male. Therefore chromosomes aren't determining male/female. Male/female is about reproduction. I never said ability to reproduce. I was talking about reproductive system. Babies usually have a male or female reproductive system, even though they can't reproduce. It is also legitimate terminology. Just because it is technically correct, doesn't mean it isn't dehumanizing. If you think it's perfectly fine that gay people refer to women as breeder, then you have issues. Except that you haven't. And you can't. It actually wouldn't take much time to include a link, seeing you are tweeting me anyway, but you can't. Science. Male/female has always been about the reproductive pairing. No, he doesn't get flack because wearing a dress doesn't make you a female. Male/female is about which side of the reproductive pairing you are. That's all. Exactly. A man can wear a dress if they feel more comfortable that way. Point is, it doesn't make them female. Yes, there are only two sexes. Male and female. Some people are neither male or female. There's no room for a third category in a binary. The reproductive pairing is about eggs and sperm. There's no third element to reproduction.
There is only so much crap one human mind can take in one day, and we have only looked at a small number of tweets from Qld Jack today. My brain is hurting too much to listen to those tweets a second time. He was rabbiting on about adoption. He says it applies to all adoptions. However, we know Jack is fixated on the gay community. Then he drones on about the transgender community and how wearing a dress does not make you a female. Well, that is partially right, Jack. However, once again you are showing your bias against the transgender community, and you cannot accept that transgender females exist and we are accepted by society as being equal to our cisgender female peers.
Hello, it is Celtic King, and I am here to give your mind a break from the crying Christians before the end of the recording. Angry Aussie did not have a live stream last night, so I missed chatting to the woman I love, Tara. However, I want you to know I think about you all day and night. Tara is a very sexy woman, and I hope you all enjoy listening to her work, as we are all very proud of her. Good night, Australia, and may your God bless you, and if you do not have a God, then bless each other.
Thank you for listening today, Ranting. I would like to say the Australian Labor Party, Liberal Party, National Party, Australian Conservatives, One Nation, Australian Christian Lobby, Rupert Murdoch, Pauline Hanson, The Alliance Defending Freedom, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube are fucking big rich cunts. We cannot wait to see you tumble and fall. Just tumble and fall. We just cannot wait to see you tumble and fall.
Do you need some more spice in your life? Need some more sex toys, vibrators, dildos, nipple clamps, bondage material? Then go to Tara's favourite sex store, femplay.com.au, the adult sex store run by females for females. And when you contact them, say Tara sent you.